Alright, Assalamualaikum and very good evening to all the panel. Okay, so before that, I will introduce my name first. My name is Muhammad Salim bin Abdul Rahim, number metric 2019-3420 and 31. Okay, so today topic is motivational factor and sport involvement among UTM 9 student. So I will present about this topic to all my panel. Right. So background of study. So we move for the motivational factor. Stimulate a possible beneficial experience of participating in club sport. This experience will offer the athlete a multitude of advantage in club sport. This cited by Weiss and Phillips, 2015. The sport involvement often has been associated with positive youth development, including higher self-esteem. So this is cited by Adachi PJC, Willoughby T 2013. Right, so that's for the background of study. We move to the statement of the problem. Okay, from the slide, we can see more students are interested in playing games online instead of participating in physical sport activities. So nowadays, this site by Razak NSA, Jabbar FA, and Wahid SNS 2012. Alright, the problem here, when the student are less interested in physical activity, but they are more interest in playing game online. So that will lead to the problem for this study. Okay, the student daily life are characterized by sedentary behavior. So this cite by Katrina Dell, Anna Katrina Fash 2018. Okay, so for the example, the student attend university classes. Okay, the class is a important part in student life, in student daily life. So when they have no time to do the physical activity, they will live in the sedentary behavior. Okay, then obesity resulting from a lack of physical activity in this age group can have adverse health consequences later in life, by Katrina Diel, Anna Katrina Fudge also, 2018. Okay, by the statement said from the research that I have been found, the obesity result from the sedentary behavior. Okay, the student live in sedentary behavior will occur the disease and illness for because not participating or not involved in the physical activity. Okay, so that is lead why I am doing this study. Therefore, that is why I want to study the motivational factor and sport improvement. For the example, we can say that if understand the motivational factor, those can help in reducing obesity or disease among Vietnamese students. As I said before, okay, the study, I will go to help others and give the benefit to all of them in UTM student. Okay, next we move to the research objective. For the first one, research objective to investigate the motivational factor in sport involvement among UTM students. And this is second research objective to identify the level of involvement in sport among UTM students. And the third one is research objective to examine the relationship between motivational factor and sport involvement among UTM English Milan students. Okay, so these three research objective has been characterized to different different research objective every RO. Okay, so we proceed to the next slide. All right, this is the significance of the study. The result of the study will be great benefit to the following. So we have 3 points here. For the first one, okay, from the result for the study, the student will get some knowledge and they will know, they will realize that the important motivation towards sport involvement. So for the study, the result tells to the student how and why they need to do the sport involvement with motivation factor. Okay. Next, we move to parents. So for the parent, it will give positive thought to involve in sport. Okay, not just a student that can involve in sport, but parent also, they will be a what we call, they will be one of the uh, main reason why the student, why the athlete to be a better one, the student to be the better one, better person. Okay, the lecturer, coaches boost up the motivation for student involvement. Okay, the lecturer and coaches will boost the motivation for student involvement. Okay, right, next, literature view. Okay, move for the first one, type of motivation. So type of motivation, there's many. Based on my finding, the motivation effect by the parental control and also spectator. So this is cited by Mahoney et al. 2002. Okay, he said the motivational factor, the motivation can affect parental control and also spectator. For parent, they will have some motivation for giving their student, for giving their their children to give to involve in sport. And also spectator will give the positive vibe to the athlete or the student. Spectator means like their environment, like the relative, right? Their neighborhood. Okay. So next, we move to the sport involvement. The involvement of student may be encouraged to establish more autonomous orientation for athletic activity rather than being dominant and impersonal. So this set by Condrix et al. 2013. Okay, we move to the next slide. Motivational factor to sport involvement. So this is the combination of the motivational and the sport involvement. So the past research, I have been identified the research finding that reveal the people accept that their motivation and passion in sport were influenced by motivation in terms of appearance and social factor. So they have many arguments, they have many ideas from many researchers that this motivation can lead to sport to can lead to sport motivation, sport involvement, student sport involvement. Right. So next we move to the research design. Okay, research design is non-experimental design that does not involve the situation, circumstance, or experience of the respondent. So I did for my research, I used the non-experimental design. Okay, and the data also will be collected using the questionnaire. So to indicate the IV and the DV, the IV is the motivational factor and the DV is the sport involvement. Okay. So for the citizen, I will using the questionnaire. Okay, next we move to the sampling. Sampling is the population. The population is UTM 9 student. Okay, so the UTM 9 student is the combination of three campus that has been stayed in the Negeri 9. So the first is of course UTM Negeri 9, and then Rembau, and then the oldest one is Kuala Pilah. So the next is the inclusion criteria is from the population age 18 to 24. So the background for this type of population must have decreased disease and good medical condition. So we must take that as opportunity and to give better what we call method to them. Exclusion criteria has no data because that they having no any serious injury. Okay, so from the number we can say that 10,747 population has been sum up from 3 campus that I said before. So the total number by the 3 campus, which Pilah is 2,000, Rembau 3,000, and the biggest number of population is from Seremban, 5,300. So the total will be 10,300. But then the number of sample will be estimated from the total number of 373. So the 20% will be added to avoid unwritten rate or drop out to the total sample. Okay, this is set by Craig C and Morgan. So the total sample will be 447 sample. Okay, so we have been the total number of population will be 10,747. Okay. Why and how? Where and how I get this number of population is from the utm.edu.my website. Okay. As I said, so the table is according to Craig C and Morgan. Okay, the number of sample. So the probability study is chosen for the sampling technique, and cluster sampling will be the simple random sampling in order to each sampling unit is a collection or cluster of element. Alright, so this instrumentation that I said before, it will be it will be more detailed because the questionnaire will tell you where the questionnaire get. So the independent variable is motivation factor, and the dependent variable is sport involvement among UTM students. So it will be measured by the questionnaire. Okay, for the motivational factor questionnaire, REMM scale we use. Okay, so REMM state for recreational exercise measurement scale. So it will be used the scale 1 for strongly disagree to 5 strongly agree. And for sport involvement, we use the 5-point scale. 1 is never to 5 every time. So this is the questionnaire being stated. So the section for the questionnaire divided into 3 groups. That is demographic information, motivational factor, and exercise motivational factor exercise measurement, and 5-point scale. Okay, so this is according to Chaudhary 2010, where I get the questionnaire. Okay. So data collection. Data collection is the procedure how the questionnaire how the questionnaire give to the respondent, and how the research has been the method of research has been identified. So for the first one, ethic approval by Faculty of Sports Science and Recreation, UiTM Seremban or UiTM 9. So we must get the ethic approval first, so we can proceed to recruit the respondent, and then we can conduct a short briefing. Then I conduct the short briefing to respondent and explain in detail about how to answer the questionnaire. So the questionnaire is distributed to the respondent, and we get the data collection and collect questionnaire from the respondent. So that is how data collection circle. Alright, we move to the data analysis. Data analysis in this slide have research objective and data analysis. So the research objective, as I said before, for the first one, to investigate. To investigate, I will use descriptive for sure to get the frequency, to get the mean and the mode and median and others. So, and also to identify the level of involvement in sport among UiTM students. In UiTM 9 students, I will use descriptive for the data analysis, like the motivational factor for the first research objective. And the third one is to examine the relationship. So the keyword relationship will be the data analysis of Pearson correlation. Pearson correlation is the data that have the relationship between them, between motivational factor and sport involvement among UiTM 9 students. Okay. All right. So, okay. So, this is the reference where I get the information and what I give, what I tell, what I explain to all of you, and the reference is like 10 reference that I search to make this happen. Okay, so this is the reference. Right. So I'm sorry if I have been mistaken by my word or anything. And thank you for watching, and thank you for your time. And I hope to see everyone soon. And goodbye. Assalamualaikum.